Hello, hi, a very happy good evening. So this is Krishna Ma'am and we've been talking about the story of life on earth, and that's biology. So here we are in let's discuss now series. So we've been discussing the sample paper. So we are in the second sample paper today. So we are done discussing the botany part. So today I'm going to begin with the zoology part. So let's see how easy zoology questions are. So it's 25 questions. So let's see, we are supposed to finish it before 25 minutes. So that is our target. So time management and speed accuracy is our priority now. Alright, so let's start with the zoology part. So I'm continuing. So this sample paper has 100 questions, 50 in botany, 50 in zoology. So the first 50 questions of botany are completed. So now I'm doing the 50 questions. So the first 25 questions of zoology, that is question number 51 to 75. Alright, so here we go. Who is regarded as the Darwin of the 20th century? Any guess who is regarded as the Darwin of 20th century? So Charles Darwin was the oldest, and he is called as the father of evolution. So the oldest Charles Darwin, the Charles Darwin of the 20th century is your Ernst Mayr. Okay, so it comes from the chapter the evolution. So I don't think this is very tough. So this comes from the chapter evolution. Right, so we go to question 52. Members of which of the following phyla show bioluminescence? So if you look at Annelida, Echinodermata, Ctenophora and Cnidaria. So here this question comes from the chapter Animal Kingdom, right? So which one shows bioluminescence? That is option C, Ctenophora. So hi Aman, yes, a very happy good evening. So thank you for joining my session. So please do like, share and subscribe. No, I came here because I had this class. Okay, so question 53. So match column 1 with column 2 and select the correct option. So we have to see which matches with what. So again, this question comes from the animal kingdom. So Canis is dog, so that is for sure, right? So we go with C is 1, so everywhere C is 1, right? So which other option matches? So Macropus is your kangaroo, so D should be 4. So the right answer is option A here, right? So we go to the next question. So question 54. The name virus was given by Bajornik. So this comes in the topic that is from the chapter biological classification. So here we go to the next question, question 55. So you have to match column 1 with column 2, but if you look into the column 1 and the column 2, so these topics come from the chapter that is biomolecules. So collagen is an intercellular ground substance which comes in your connective tissue. So this is A. Then actin is a contractile protein. So trypsin is a digestive enzyme. So this is GLUT4, not GIUT. This is GLUT4, that is glucose transporter. So A is 3. So sorry, this is 3. Okay, and B is 1. Okay, so this is the right option. Right, so I guess the match is very easy. So we are done with 5 questions. So this should be your speed at which you should be solving the questions. So for question 56, in a butterfly, if the number of chromosome in the gametes, so they're talking about the gametes have 190. So gametes are always haploid. So I write haploid is equal to 190. So how many chromosomes are present in the meiocyte? So meiocyte are the gamete mother cells. So the gamete mother cells will have 290. So sorry, will have 2n. So n is 90. So 2n will be 380, right? Yes. So this comes from the topic reproduction in organism, the first chapter of in class 12. Yes ma'am, a very happy good evening. So thank you so much for joining my lecture today. So please do like, share and subscribe. So here we go to question 57. Nucleic acid was first isolated from which of the following? So nucleic acid was first isolated from the nucleus of a leukocyte. Though this is a bit off question. Yeah, sometimes when you solve question paper, sample question papers, so questions like these 1 or 2 can pop up. So you can still, it is negotiable. So the questions of these kind can come or may not come, but this is the answer. So we go to question 58. Which of the following is not an Australian marsupial? So I guess this is here. So this figure is here, right? So this comes in evolution. So we will see what are the names that are given and we'll match it with the figure here. Hi W, yes, a very happy good afternoon. Flying phalanger. So we'll see if flying phalanger is here. Yes, so it's a type of Australian marsupial, right? Okay. So the next one here is a spotted suckers. So spotted suckers, do you have? Yes, the spotted suckers is here. So that is also an Australian marsupial, right? So then we go bobcat. So bobcat is also here. No, bobcat is not here. Okay, so bobcat is the odd one out. But let's check for numbat. So numbat is also here. So all the three are Australian marsupials. So which is not an Australian marsupial is a bobcat. Alright, but let's see where the bobcat comes. It is a placental mammal. It's not an Australian marsupial. So look at the intricacy of the question. So how beautifully in depth they have asked. So if you don't study the diagrams properly, so this will be a big drawback for you. You would have lost +4. At the same time, would have got even negative marks. Yes. Alright, so we go to question 59. The last part of the oviduct with a narrow lumen that joins the uterus is the isthmus, right? So this comes from human reproduction. I don't think this is really tough. The connective tissue enclosing the ovarian stroma, the space inside the ovary is the ovarian stroma. So that is your tunica albuginea, the one that is rich with the supply of blood vessels. In elution step of electrophoresis, which of the following process takes place? Joining of DNA with the cloning vector in elution step we are talking about. Exposure of stained DNA to UV rays, extraction of DNA fragments from the agarose gel. So elution is a step when you check if your restriction digestion, if your restriction enzyme has worked, and you also have to find which is your gene of interest. So that is when we do gel electrophoresis. So once you do gel electrophoresis and identify your gene of interest, you have to do elution. So when you do elution, yes, you have to first view them under UV rays and then you have to extract them from the agarose gel. But which of the following process takes place? So it is both B and C. So A does not happen, so B and C happen. Yes, W, you're absolutely right. So we go to question 62. Which of the following control method has least chances of failure? So they are not asking which is very effective, they are just asking which has the least chances of failure. So that is the sterilizational techniques. So sterilization techniques include your surgical methods of vasectomy and tubectomy. So there the chances of failure are nil, but the chance of reversibility is also very poor, right? So this comes from reproductive health. So this chapter is though very short, it is very, very important. So here we come to question 63. Which of the following is incorrect regarding glucocorticoids? So what is glucocorticoid? So it's a type of corticoid. So corticoids are a type of hormones produced by the adrenal cortex. So since we are dealing with hormones, so this question comes from the chapter, the last chapter of your class 11, that is chemical coordination and integration. Right? So cortisol produces anti-inflammatory reactions and they suppress the immune response, kind of seems sensible, which is somewhat very near to the function. They stimulate lipolysis and proteolysis, that is they break down lipids and proteins, true. Aldosterone is the main glucocorticoid, this is point blank wrong. So cortisol is the main glucocorticoid or aldosterone is the main mineralocorticoid. Alright, so this is incorrect. So question 64, which is not the part of the brainstem. So this comes from another human physiology chapter, that is neural control and coordination. So cerebellum is not a part of your brainstem. Pons, medulla and midbrain come under your brainstem. So we go to question 65. Which of the following is caused by the accumulation of uric acid crystals in the blood and leads to the inflammation in the joints, that is gout? So this is from the disorders of your locomotion. So this comes from the chapter locomotion and movement. Right? So question 66. Core are structures. Okay, core structure of cilia are called as, it was called as the axoneme, right? So you have the 9+2 arrangement, the cartwheel-like structure. The center portion of the structure is called as the axoneme. So question 67, which of the following is used to calculate the total lung capacity? So the total lung capacity is everything put together. So in a nutshell, it is tidal volume plus inspiratory reserve volume plus expiratory reserve volume plus your residual volume. right? So always capacity is measured in terms of volume, but this 3 is equal to your vital capacity. So your total lung volume, I can write vital capacity plus your residual volume, right? So this will be the right answer. So question 68, so match the column 1, so it is saying ribs and all. So this question comes from the chapter locomotion and movement. So ribs, you have 24 pairs of ribs. So lumbar, okay, so we go with what we know. Cervical is always constant 7. So phalanges is always 14. If you still don't know how many lumbar vertebrae you have, so it is 5. So A is 3, okay, B is 2, okay, C is 1, okay. So I guess this is the correct option. So match the following, try to make the best use, so don't make any mistake in the match the following, alright, because match the following are very easy to fetch marks, so you should not mismatch the following or make any silly mistakes in match the following, alright. Okay, so we continue. So question 68, which of the following glands is responsible for causing diabetes insipidus by affecting synthesis or release of ADH? Okay, so who releases ADH? So what does ADH stands for? So ADH stands for anti-diuretic hormone. So this anti-diuretic hormone is also known as vasopressin. So this is released by the neurohypophysis, that is the posterior pituitary. So this is the answer, right? So question 70, the first clinical gene therapy was given to a 4-year-old girl who was suffering from ADA deficiency, that is adenosine deaminase deficiency. Nowadays this deficiency can also cured by bone marrow transplant, enzyme replacement therapy or chemotherapy. So it is bone marrow transplant and enzyme replacement therapy, only that it is not a permanent cure, right? So this comes from the topic biotechnology and its applications. Fine. So question 71, in India, which of the following organization is responsible for the production of biogas? So this comes from the chapter microbes in human welfare. So we have 2 institutes, so Khadi Village Council, and you have the Indian Agricultural Research Institute, which is responsible for production of biogas. So these 2 lines are again given in your textbook. So everything is strictly from NCERT, so please read your NCERT. NCERT is your Bible. Alright, so we go to the next question, question 72. Which of the following bacteria plays an important role in checking the disease causing microbes in the stomach? So that is your lactic acid bacteria, because it helps in the conversion of milk to curd and it is being digested in the stomach. So this comes from the chapter microbes. So question 73, in which of the following disease an antibiotic is not useful? So antibiotic is used to treat a bacterial disease. Diphtheria, whooping cough, leprosy are all bacterial disease. Chickenpox is a viral disease. Antibiotics will not help. Okay, so coming to question 74, match column 1 to column 2. So you can see the barriers. So this question is from the chapter Human Health and Disease. Right, so cytokine barrier. So cytokine is your interferon, right? So cellular barrier, polymorphonuclear leukocyte. So physical barrier can be your mucus coating, GIT, etc. But I think we can start marking. So cytokine is interferon, cellular barrier is 1. So I guess the right answer should be, okay, wait, physical barrier, it can be sebum and mucus coating. So this is option A, that is the right answer. So the last question for the evening, which of the following is not a species of Plasmodium? This again comes from the chapter Human Health and Disease. Which is not a species? Vivax, Egyptus, falciparum, malarium. This is Aedes aegypti. So this is a type of mosquito. It's not a type of protozoan or a Plasmodium. So this is again from an important concept, that is life cycle of a Plasmodium. So beginning of that has all these names. So with this we are done solving 25 questions, so probably in 15 minutes. So this is how your speed has to improve. The moment you look into the question, you know which concept it is. So this ensures, so the more you are good with time management, that tells you how thorough you are with a particular concept. So guys, please be serious. Your NEET exam date is coming very closer, right? So please don't go with any type of distractions that NEET exam will be postponed. If it's postponed, if it's an official notice, well and good. But unless and until you don't have an official notice, so please don't get distracted by all this. So please continue with your preparation. So if it's today or after 10 days or after 3 months, you still have to do the same preparation, right? So exam you have to give. So don't spend all time in unnecessary things. So it's a board time for all those who are giving board exam and for all those who are preparing NEET exam and for other entrance exams. So please be very, very cautious. So prepare well. Learn your concepts well. So once you learn the concept, that gives you a lot of confidence. So today we are done with the 25 questions. So tomorrow is Tuesday. So we'll be continuing with the highlight series. So Saturday I was teaching you photosynthetic pathways as a part of highlights. I'll continue with the same photosynthetic pathway tomorrow. So we'll finish off the photosynthetic pathways. C2 and CAM are remaining. On Wednesday, I'll finish off the remaining questions of this sample paper. Alright, yes. So I hope this benefits you to some extent when you're solving general sample papers out of nowhere in general. Alright, so with this we end today's session. So I hope you enjoyed. So if you genuinely like these kind of sessions, so please do like, share and subscribe, and please let's know your comments in the comment section. So feel free to let me know if you guys have any doubt with regard to NEET biology. So this is me signing off. I'll meet you tomorrow at 3:15 with a highlight series. Take care and bye. Thank you.